Alright, what is going on? I guess it's time for the long-awaited Q&A. I wanted to get this out like the week after I announced I wanted to do it, but life things just kind of got in the way. Hero Factory Zeta Episode 2 took me way longer to finish than I thought, which then just kind of made me not want to touch the series for a little while, so that's why that's taken so long to come out. But yeah, let's just jump into the questions. Max Musterman asks, or I guess just says, more HF mocks or HF bootleg reviews would be nice. Maybe a mock out of HF bootleg pieces, showing how much money you spent and what you can build. I don't really know what you mean by that third sentence. Like, I assume you mean I'm like putting out a price guide for the mocks that I make. As for more bootleg reviews, I'm not going to make a definitive statement on it, just simply because most of the bootlegs you get from sites like Wish and AliExpress have pretty much just been relegated to Bionicle G2 knockoffs, and some of those are not as easy to come by. I think with the new LEGO brick-built figures, bootleggers are going to kind of copy that style instead of the old CCBS style. As for me making HF mocks out of bootleg parts, I actually have gone back and updated a few mocks using bootleg parts, just kind of, I guess, perfecting them a little more. 2650 asks, have you ever thought about posting your mocks on Instagram, and what is your favorite LEGO set ever? I think I actually posted like one thing on my Instagram, but to answer the question, I don't really plan on using any other social medias. I'm just really not much of a social media guy. I stay within like my small circles, kind of like small groups. Maybe in the future I could use Instagram for some form of a promotion for the channel, but it definitely wouldn't be to just build an Instagram following. As for my favorite LEGO set, it would either be Witch Doctor or City of Lanterns. Honestly, like those two sets are good for radically different reasons, so. Antonios PL asked, what did I think of Velma? I did not fucking watch Velma. He also asks if Ajax is my self-mock. Yes, he is. Bad asks, what are your thoughts on using LEGO tires as bone fillers? I think they can look pretty good. ZT23 asks, what got you into mock making and HF/Bionicle in general? So when I was a kid, I really liked Transformers, specifically Transformers Animated. I had a lot of the toys, but a little quirk with the toys is that it's very easy to disconnect their limbs, so I would just kind of make Eldritch Abominations of just spaghettified limbs. And then one day, my friend got me into Bionicle, because it was basically the shit I was doing with Transformers, but it's supposed to do that. Kinda. I didn't really care too much for Bionicle's ongoing story back then, so when it got cancelled and replaced with Hero Factory, I immediately jumped onto Hero Factory because it's just the aspect of Bionicle I liked, but in a world that's much more simple to actually work around with. And then we got CCBS, which made that much better. But I really got into the idea of doing HF mocks back when I saw LEGO Jang, or Jang Bricks, but at the time it was known as LEGO Jang. And that just kind of gave me the idea of like, yo, I could just make my own team. And then I did that. And then 10 years later, I make a team, and now I'm making a web series. So yay, cool. But I guess I really got back into it during COVID, because my college had to be shut down during that, so I was left with like a lot of spare time, so I just kind of started tinkering with the old CCBS parts that I hadn't touched in years, because I still spent a lot of money on that, so I might as well start using them. Yeah, I guess that's everything there. Thomas Cole asks, could there please be more enemies for Zeta Team? There will be, and I'm actually pretty excited to show off the two main villains that will be fighting against Zeta Team. I think they're pretty entertaining characters, and I can't wait to show them off. Exelnika asks, thoughts about Ninjago and the Star Wars buildable figures? Ninjago kind of reached its peak when I was living in Ecuador. And for those not in the know, imported items in Ecuador are ridiculously expensive, so I really didn't have a chance to get any of the sets. Mostly because I was spending my money on Hero Factory. But also Ninjago really just didn't appeal too much to my sensibilities. I can't really quite put my finger on it, but I just never really was interested in it. As for the Star Wars buildable figures, some of them are cool and some of them are complete garbage. I don't know, it's like I made a video talking about the worst CCBS sets, and there were a couple Star Wars entries on there. Big Dumb Boy 09 asks, how do you come up with ideas for mocks? Well, there are really two ways that I guess start with mocks. The first one being I see something in like a movie, a show, or a video game, and I just kind of feel the want to recreate something similar. And then number two is just to use up a lot of parts, because I have a lot of parts and not all parts are as useful. So whenever I get the chance to use up a bunch of things that I just have lying around, that's usually a pretty good motivating factor. Poebre asks, what is your favorite mock that you ever rebuilt? I'm gonna assume you meant ever, and honestly it's not a very easy question to answer, because like a good mother, I love all my children equally. Except that's a lie, I love some way more than others, so here are a couple of my favorites. Jaw Beast because Big Purple Monster is cool. Crystal Beast because Big Transparent Blue Monster is cool. Witch Doctor because, I don't know, Archivist because he's massive. Dragon Bolt because he's the first mock I made when I discovered the HF community. Explode because this is the first mock I built while getting back into HF, along with Split Face and Drill Dozer. And everything else I can't show you yet for Hero Factory Zeta spoilers. The Lego Maniac asks, how did you get so popular on YouTube? Because I'm a YouTuber with only 38 subscribers. I have no clue, but my best guess would be just the fact that Hero Factory is a very niche community, so there's not a lot of competition. Meaning that if anyone wants Hero Factory content, I'm pretty much the guy for that. But just like a general advice thing with YouTube, just keep putting out content that you enjoy making, and maybe eventually you'll gain an audience. Like, it's not going to be instant, and you do need to keep in mind that the YouTube algorithm will punish you for not keeping a consistent schedule. Hero Factory Zeta Episode 2 is getting views much slower than the first episode did, and it's probably entirely because I took a unannounced 1-month break, but it's fine, because I'm not taking this seriously. This is only for fun, so. And finally, Slimpican Studios asks, the fella in Hero Factory Zeta? If you want to voice him, absolutely. But I guess that's going to do it for this video, so if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. As for Hero Factory Zeta Episode 3, I'm not going to make the mistake of announcing a release date, but to build up a little hype, I will go ahead and just confirm that the villain of Episode 3 will be The Thing. So yeah, stay tuned, and I hope you look forward to that. Till then, take care everyone.